Lord have mercy. I'm a church in here. If you're going to discover the reality of the olive, you got to grind it. And so he goes to Gethsemane, and he's being crushed. He's being grinded. Can I tell you this? Touch your neighbor, say, you can crush the olive. I wish I could preach. Tell your neighbor, say, go ahead, you can grind this olive. Y'all don't want to have no church. Touch two people and tell them, go ahead, let life crush this olive. Yeah, mister, I don't want you no more. Go ahead and walk away and leave me. Break my heart. You can break my heart, but you can't grind the oil. You can crush the olive. You can grind the olive, but you can't damage the oil. And the oil was in Jesus Christ. Lord have mercy. Some of you women need to tell that joker, go on and walk away. I'll make it after you. I'll be alive when you walk away. Because you can crush the olive, but you can't damage the oil. Lord have mercy. It is indicative of Jesus Christ to be oppressed there. He is oppressed. He is grinded. He is crushed. But my God, the real him was in the oil. And so now what I want to show you, he represents the last Adam. He is the last Adam. He is the last Adam. And my God, what was wrong with the first Adam? Can I preach? I'll show you what was wrong with the first Adam. The first Adam, God had him in a garden. And in the garden, God tells Adam, give me your mind. Adam walked away with Eve as Eve gave the devil her mind. When Eve gave the devil her mind, she called Adam and said, well, look, honey, I gave the devil my mind. And Adam said, well, I'll just do the same thing. And Adam gave his mind to the devil. When Adam gave his mind to the devil, it brought death into the world. Lord have mercy. So now the last Adam has got to fix stuff that the first Adam messed up. So God said, I got to make me another Adam. And after this one, I ain't making no more. And so he puts Adam in the Garden of Eden. He said, I need another garden because it has to replicate the first position. It has to be a replica of the first position. Because what I want, I get. So I will make another garden. So he makes a second garden, that is Gethsemane, and he puts Adam in it. Now he says, last Adam, give me your mind. Oh God. And that's where the battle started, because Jesus entered into the garden, but he entered with 12 men. Oh God. Something is wrong with this picture, because in the first garden it was only one man. Touch your neighbor, say, I see where he's going. Lord have mercy. In Eden it was only one man. In Gethsemane it's 13 men. So when Jesus steps into the garden, he says, now wait a minute, this is not how the first garden was arranged. So we said, now 12, let me see, 1 out of 12 is going to betray me. At least that's only 11 left. So now the one that was going to betray him disappeared to go pay for the betrayal. Now you got 11 left, and God says, no, I want you by yourself, because I had Adam by himself. Come on up, Jesus. So out of 11, Lord have mercy, he pulls 3 and tells 9, stay right here, because I got to go deeper in the garden. Lord have mercy. 1 betrayal out of 12, that's a mess. But now he breaks it down to 3. But 1 Now the three becomes more mess because Peter, James, and John was called to go further. But one of the three is going to deny him. I wish I could preach in here. So he's beginning now to recognize I don't need 12 and I don't need 3. So he tells 3, stay right here. Now one should have been able to go with him, and that would be John, the one he loves. But he said, no. I am the last Adam, and the first Adam was by himself. Why? Because one of the most gracious things in the garden was not so much the creation, but the fellowship between man and God. And now Jesus has to have fellowship with the Father in the Garden of Gethsemane. So we said not even John can go further with me. So he places 11 right there, puts 3 right here, and goes forward by himself. Somebody holler, preach, pastor. He sends 9 away. Lord have mercy. And when he sent them away, he went by himself, because now he has to sort out in himself between him and his Father. I want to talk to those of you who love church company and you can't make it by yourself, and you think you got to hold hands with somebody to come to the house of God, and if you ain't going, I ain't going. You going? No, I'm not going. Then I'm not going. You ain't saved with your little company self. You better learn to walk away from folk. When God said it's time to pray, you can't pray with a whole bunch of people around you, because when you pray, it's real. Can I tell you this? When he got by himself, he prayed a prayer he could not have prayed when he was around the 12. He prayed a prayer that he could not have prayed when he was around even John. Because can you imagine Jesus praying, I don't want to drink the cup, in front of John? John would have stepped back and said, now wait a minute, because I got to write 3:16, and 3:16 says, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son. If God gonna give you, how you gonna back up now? There are some prayers you can't pray in front of folk. It's between you who's in the preach and your God. Can I shut you out? Why don't you touch 2 people and tell them go in and sleep, because I got a prayer coming up. I can't let you hear it. I got a prayer coming out that I can't let you hear it, because you would never understand that I'm trying to get out of this mess. And if I'm trying to get out, I can't let you hear what I'm getting ready to pray. Touch your neighbor and tell them, let's pray. Let's pray. Let's pray. We gotta pray some real prayers. We gotta pray some real stuff. And when you pray, the devil has got to back up, because you're real about your prayer. Can I go on and tell it? Lord have mercy. The Bible said his sweat was as drops of blood. Lord have mercy. He was betrayed. He was arrested. He was violated. And can I tell you this? This was not even the crucifixion. This was the prayer. He ain't been crucified yet. After the agony of the prayer, Lord have mercy, he went to Gethsemane